That's a wild comparison, but I don't hate it.
Byrum Brown is an interesting one out of USF. I think he's so interesting, and the fact of where he might end up and most likely will end up makes it even more interesting. What he did for South Florida last year, kind of putting them on the map right from the beginning of the season against Boise State, upsetting them and just kind of putting USF back on the map, Alex Golish and all that stuff. Well, he might continue to follow Alex Golish with the Auburn Tigers. And when you think of past Auburn Tiger quarterbacks and you think of builds like Byrum Brown, it hesitates to me to say this, but it really reminds you of potentially a Cam Newton situation here.
That's a wild comparison, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it. USF started the year so hot with that win over obviously Boise State, but then Florida, and exactly what you mentioned with Byrum Brown, putting this team on the map absolutely happened. It kind of fell off against, losing to Memphis, losing to Navy, ended up at 4th in the American, but still a very solid year from Byrum Brown. Wow, I'll say that 5 times fast. In 2023, he had 3,200 passing yards, and then this last year had 3,100 passing yards. So very solid. Had a down year in 2024 though. I believe his injury. I think it was lower body. Nonetheless, rushed for 1,000 yards this last season, 800. So he's a mobile guy. He can throw the ball well. I will be interested to see if obviously the translation to the Power 4 is there. But I think this is a huge name that can make a big splash, even if it's not like your Sam Levitt or, Power 4 to Power 4 move. This is a guy that can come in, and I do think with a year of eligibility remaining can at least make an impact right away.
It's not as wild as you think when I brought up that Cam Newton thing. Let me explain. Cam Newton, 6'5", 250. Byrum Brown, 6'3", 232. Not too far off. Not too far off at all. This is a guy that has strength, that is willing to make contact and fight for extra yards. He has great arm talent. This could put Auburn back on the map, something they've been striving for a very, very long time.